Hey guys, we're here at Great Lakes Gaming, and Tom here just topped with what deck, dude?
Abyss Actors.
Fuck yeah. He whooped my ass 2 games in a row.
Yes, I did. It was sad.
Right.
I'm kidding, no, it wasn't. So, Abyss Actors are a go second pendulum deck, which is something you're not usually supposed to do, especially this format, but I had a lot of good matchups. Went undefeated today at locals. So
He just whoops ass, apparently.
Of course, this is one of my favorite decks. I've been very proud of this deck. I worked really hard on it, so let's get down to the deck profile.
Alright.
I play 3 Abyss Actor Mellow Madonna. This card's your general searcher. She pays 1,000 to search a card from your deck, a monster. And while she's on the field, if I activate an Abyss Script spell card, which are the main spell cards that you use to proc a lot of spells in this deck, she summons a level 4 from my deck. So she's really good for OTKing and searching. Definite 3 of.
Okay.
3 big Abyss Actor Superstar. This is the main boss monster of the deck. You search him 9 times out of 10. You pendulum summon him. You cannot respond to his pendulum summon. And if he's like, if you summon him with like 3 other cards, you cannot stop that pendulum summon because he was in it. It's crazy. And once per turn, he sets an Abyss Script from my deck to the field. So he works around Ash. He has a lot of attack points, and he's a scale 3, which is kind of bad, but you take what you can get. This card is why you play going second. This is Abyss Actor Extras. If your opponent has a monster, you summon him to your field from your pendulum zone. He's like Curtain Raiser. He's a lot like Curtain Raiser. These both do the same thing. If you have monsters, you summon him. If you don't have monsters, you summon him. And this card came in so clutch today because his other effect is you contribute him from your field as cost to set a pendulum scale from your deck. But you're hard locked to Abyss Actors for the rest of the turn, which is the common theme of this deck, but it doesn't matter because Abyss Actors kick ass and have a lot of attack points, so it doesn't matter. This card is amazing. Abyss Actor Comic Relief, another card that's amazing for baiting out negates. It's amazing for baiting out DPE, because you target the DPE, and a lot of people will destroy the card I'm trying to switch with, which they shouldn't do. You should just destroy this card, because it still won't resolve, because it's a continuous spell. A lot of people, that's just matchup knowledge.
Yeah.
He's a scale 8. And he's creature swap. I could just take whatever monster I want. He's amazing.
Yeah. He just steals my
infinity. And if this resolves, I usually win. So
yeah.
It's like, it's that good.
He just takes my Omni Negate from me for no.
Then I play 2 Abyss Actor Wild Hope. This card's amazing. He's the one you usually summon off of Mellow Madonna when you use her effect. He gains 100 attack points per name, but his other effect is that he turns another card in my opposite pendulum zone into a scale 9. So I can pendulum summon basically my entire deck if I just off this one card.
Yeah.
And when he's destroyed, either by me or my opponent, he searches a monster, Abyss Actor monster. So he's generally really good. You can play him at 3 if you really want to. I play him at 2. I don't know why. It just seems better.
Hey man, if it works, it works.
It worked, right? Twinkle Little Star. This is a card that I'm kind of debating playing at 2, but she is a hard scale 9. So that's why I play her, because if this gets impermed, I'm left with usually like a low scale and another low scale, so that's kind of bad. So I play her as my general. If my opponent sets cards in the pendulum zones, odds 99 times out of 99, those are going to be imperms.
Yeah.
So I play a general scale 9, so I don't have to worry about my scale being negated. But she also has an interesting effect where she can make one of my monsters be able to attack monsters 3 times, but that's the only monster that can attack.
Okay.
So, interesting. She's also just a level 4 normal summon, so it's also really good. Then the one-ofs, I play Funky Comedian. This is my way of getting over like Ultimate Falcon and other things, like Dragoon 2. Back
The
when that
big
card was
boss
relevant.
monsters.
When he's summoned, he gains 300 per name. And then he can give his attack to something else. So I can get like Superstar up to well above 4K and swing over a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he's a scale 8, he's a level 1. That's kind of annoying because you have a lot of scale 2, so you can't really pendulum summon him that much. But he comes in clutch so much. This card is amazing. Leading Lady, I play her because she's cute, to be honest.
Hey man, if it works, it works.
She's a scale 2, but her effect also is when I take damage, before this gets destroyed on the field, I can decrease the attack of whatever I want by the damage I took. So that comes up a lot. So I play her because she's cute, but she's also kind of good. And then 1 Evil Heal. This is probably the worst one. He's just a big name. He's a level 8, so he's hard to pendulum summon unless you have the scale 9 set up. A lot of times I have Comic Relief, and I can't pendulum summon him. I side him out a lot. So playing him in general, you can if you want, but I'd personally switch this out for Terraforming, because I didn't play that today. Spell cards, I play 3 Abyss Playhouse Fantastic Theater. This card is absolutely broken. This card, if I control an Abyss, or a Pendulum Summoned Abyss Actor, I change your first activated effect to destroy a set card I control. And if I don't have any set cards, your effect does nothing. It doesn't negate it, It does nothing. It just changes your effect. It's insane. And then it's also a searcher. I can reveal an Abyss Actor and an Abyss Script to add an Abyss Script with a different name. You play 3 of this card, it's your win condition a lot of the time. If you don't OTK them and you have this, it's just too much to get over a lot of the time.
Because I remember you, I asked you and you just...
It just said, okay, it does nothing.
It does nothing. It just
this card is also... This is actually the best card in the deck.
That's okay.
This is Abyss Actor, Rise of the Abyss King. It is a spell speed 4, board wipe.
Yeah.
It is insane. You can search it off of Superstar, and it can't be ashed because it sets. Superstar is a level 7, so I flip this.
Yeah.
You're done. It's over. Your board is gone. It does target, which is kind of annoying, but now that doesn't matter.
It's a good negate.
And then
as
when
well.
it's a gimmick that Abyss Scripts have is when they're set and you destroy them, I get broken ass effects. So when this one is set and destroyed, I search 2 cards from my deck, Abyss Script or Abyss Actor. 3 Allure Darkness, obviously. My whole deck is dark.
You know, draw cards.
Yes, of course.
Draw 2 is good.
And then I play the one of scripts, Opening Ceremony, Fantasy Magic, and Abyss-tainment. Abyss-tainment I didn't use today, but this card is broken. If this card is set on my field and you destroy it, I summon as many Abyss Actors from my deck as possible. No level restrictions, no monster restrictions. They're all coming out to play. It's insane. And then Fantasy Magic is okay. This card's kind of gimmicky. You target a card on your field. If it battles something, and that card that battles doesn't die, it returns whatever it battled back to the hand. So it's meant to go with Twinkle Little Star, because she can't be destroyed by battle during my turn. So I swing into 3 monsters with her with this effect, and I bounce 3 cards, but I take a lot of damage. And Opening Ceremony, this card's amazing in time. This card gives me 500 life points per Abyss Actor monster I control. So during time, I just activate this, I gain 1,500 life points, and I win. It's pretty cool. But when it's destroyed while it's set, I draw 5 cards.
Seriously?
Yes, read it. Or draw until I have 5 cards in my hand.
Draw until you have 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what the This is a freaking most broken shit.
And then the one-ofs, again, I play Dark Ruler No More, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Red Reboot. These are all just to back row hate and monster hate. If your opponent is playing like Adamancipator and they summon 50 negates, I just DRM them. And these cards are back row hate because a lot of Eldritch players are at locals today, so I decided to main deck some back row hate. That's not twin, because I hate discarding. And then 3 Imperm, obviously. This is amazing for going second decks because this used to be Nibiru. Then I switched it into Imperm because I was sick of drawing Nibiru as my 6th card, so I just put these in instead.
Yeah.
And it's way better. Like, if I'm playing against Sword Soul, I can just bait out a negate for free with that.
Yeah.
Along with the other cards that bait out negates. It's obvious. It's just the better choice. And then Extra Deck, which, for those of you uninitiated, it doesn't matter. But these 3 do. This is the 3 Abyss Actor Hyper Director, the Broken Link that does the thing, my favorite variation of Link monster. This card targets any Pendulum monster. It doesn't need to be an Abyss Actor monster. If it's in your Pendulum zone, he can target it, summon it, and then swap the scale with an Abyss Actor monster from my deck. So what a lot of people do is you can play like a Morphage Goliath, which shuts off the extra deck.
Yep.
You summon him, and then replace him with Mellow Madonna. So you have a card on the field that just shuts off their extra deck, and then you can do full Abyss Actor combo.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's something people don't know. But you play 3 of him because I've seen 3 of him a lot. Not today, but there's definitely been weeks where I've seen all 3 of this card.
Yeah, like as soon as that card comes out, I usually got my ass handed to me.
Yes, it is a generic Link 1, scale pointing down, or arrow pointing down. He's amazing. And the rest don't really matter, but these are the ones that I would say to play for sure. Would be Raider's Knight, and Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because this is just in case your opponent has a big board. You can bait out their negate, summon 2 level 4s, and then summon this. Yeah, like it's Arc Rebellion, it's OTK. The rest I played were either Super Poly targets, like Makaba, Swamp, Drago Stapelia, Phoenix Enforcer. I also played Winter Cherries in my side deck, but I never saw it, I never put it in.
Yeah.
And Baguska, because if you are forced to go first, you literally can't play, so you summon this and pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. My matchups today were, I played Flunder, round 1, and then I played Bird Up, round 2, Bird Up again, round 3, and then Cyber Dragon in Grand Finals, which was crazy. I wasn't expecting that. And I won all 4 rounds, and 1 locals, so
I mean, all right. You got any shout-outs or anything you want to do?
Shout-outs to me for being the best Abyss Actor player that's ever lived. And shout out to Gage for running the scene out here in Port Huron. We usually have to drive really far, so it's cool to have a place out here at Great Lakes Gaming. So it's Good place, and I highly recommend anybody who watches this video around here, come out here. It's at Birchwood Mall.
Yep, I'll put the address to it in the description.
Of course.
All right. Well, thanks, Tom, for being here for the video, and